Hi, Art Seekers. We are here with Bandit in Indian Alley. So excited to get to talk to you. And thank you for showing us this incredible space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, how did you get involved in street art?
I come from a graffiti background though, so I started doing graffiti as a kid. And then, that's mostly just coming from skate spots, like finding abandoned skate pools and stuff. So we'd bring our cans and just paint. We would just write lyrics. I started then exploring like painting images, mostly skulls and fire and stupid shit like that didn't have any meaning or purpose. When I found street art though, it was more, there's something more to it. There's more than just writing your name. It becomes a voice and a responsibility, I think. So over the years, that's where I've tried to tighten up my work.
How does the responsibility that you feel as a person translate into the art that you make?
It started out with mostly doing Native American awareness pieces. Indian Alley was a big push with that. And then, after a while, I actually was getting some hate and some attacks from the Native American culture. Even though I'm part of a few tribes and I'm brother to Lakota Sioux, Paiute Shoshone, and Keech Gabrielino tribe. It's a sensitive subject for the Native Americans, and they want it to be told correctly. They're very sensitive of what's going out there and in the public eye. I still visit the Native American culture and representing them if I can through my art from time to time, but now it's like focusing on social issues, current issues, political issues, whatever it is, whatever I want to, whatever I have to say on a certain subject or what's going on with current events, that's the direction I'll take my art. The past year and a half or so, my stencils have gotten a lot more intricate and a lot more time has to go into putting them up. So I've had to develop new ways of getting my stencil work up without being caught, which I have my own little secret to. But I started with wheat pasting, and I come from a background of using color pencils, oil paints, acrylic, all the mediums, and I would paint that on paper and then paint it up, or paste it up. And then stencil work I just found I like is so much more raw. It's a little bit more risky to a degree, and nothing beats actual paint on a wall versus a piece of paper on a wall. So stencil work has become the medium of choice, I guess, the past few years.
I agree with that. There's just a contact, a physicality when you're actually impressing something on a wall that you don't get when there's that distance with the wheat paste.
Absolutely, that's how I feel. And that's not to discourage, any artist from doing wheat pasting or to talk down on wheat pasting. It's just there's a lot more thrill to the stencil work, I think. And it's got that raw, like when you put a stencil up, there's overspray. It's a little bit more, natural and edgy, I guess, than a clean wheat paste.
How do you go about scouting your location?
I tend to stick to mostly spots in downtown LA or Skid Row area and South Central if I can. Really taking the time to find that perfect spot for that perfect piece and that specific piece. Like today, I did a rose growing from the concrete based off a poem that Tupac wrote. And I wanted to do it in Skid Row where it had meaning and purpose to be in kind of like a edgier, neighborhood rather than in Beverly Hills where, they're probably, they're going to admire its beauty as a rose, but they'll probably look past the whole purpose of it.
They'll gentrify the image.
Exactly. The image on the street, you could have so many different interpretations. Like you could see it one way and then another person would see it another way. But when I kind of put it, like the title, try to think about that and put some words behind it, that creates a whole new element. But that's just on social media and over a picture on your telephone. So in my opinion, nothing really beats walking up on a piece and seeing it in person. The environment changes it, people change it, it gets painted over, it creates those layers.
Of all of your pieces, which one is the most personally significant to you?
I put something into every single piece. Like I have to, like as an artist, during the whole creating process of that stencil, I'm trying to relate to that piece and put my energy into that piece. So I believe in like all that, where you put your energy into something and then it goes out on the street and then that energy is given back to whoever's looking at it or the public. I mean, recently probably the riot scene one I did in Lancaster, where there's a huge riot going on and there's a couple kissing in the middle. I felt like that one had a lot of power and meaning behind it, But yeah, to go through the whole catalog and say that there's one, there is one, there's they all have something, a piece of me in them.
A lot of street artists that I've seen are really interested in parlaying their practice into a gallery world, and I don't think that you've done that yet. Is that an interest of yours?
If it was an interest, it would have happened already. I don't look down on any artist that's trying to make money off of this now because it's become so popular, or they want to get in galleries, that's their scene. That's fine, you know, do it. But same time, like, I feel like if you're gonna do your work on the street, you know, and you're committed to that, then that's where it should be. I think we're all Robin Hoods to a degree, you know, with our artwork. We're fighters, you know. Art's so impactful to people, and it has so much to say. And I mean, if you look at everything is art. People identify with it, and it speaks. It's a weapon, you know. It's my form of activism.